you are sick and tired of getting leads online and not being able to convert those leads into sales, then this video is absolutely for you. So guys, my name is Jeremy Funderburk. I own a company called Lifestyle CEO Fast. I'm the author of the book Never Work the 40, and I'm the leader of the Never Work the 40 movement. And in this video, I'm going to cover the 10 mistakes that you're probably making right now when it comes to digital customers. So without delay, we're going to jump straight in. Now I'm going to go with number one. This one takes out most people. They don't even understand they're making these mistakes. But number one is just slow response time. Slow response time, guys. You got to speed up. By the time you get that lead, I'm telling you all, success loves speed. That lead is only going to be hot for about 5 to 10 minutes. Ideally, you want to contact that lead in the first 5 minutes, or your chances of actually converting that lead go way down. So you can't have a slow response time. The time that lead comes in, you need to be on it. You need to start to put systems in place that starts to reach out to leads immediately the time they come in. So the first mistake people make is just taking too long to reach out to the leads. So you need to increase your response time. One of my mentors, she's big. I'm always talking about response time. Success loves speed, y'all. Here's the next thing. Most people don't have a follow-up process. And no, I'm not cussing you guys out. FU stands for follow-up. You need to have a follow-up process. And that follow-up process is going to be huge for a few reasons. One, it's going to give your team predictability. When you have leads come in, you actually have a process that's proven and set in place to follow up with the leads. It's going to increase the predictability in your team. So that's going to build confidence in your team. What it's also going to do is it gives you consistency. As long as you have the same process time and time again, and it's a working machine, now you start to be able to create consistent and predictable results, which also will increase the confidence of you and your team. And when you do all that, that also allows you to scale. Until you have predictable, consistent processes that you implement over and over and over again, you'll never be able to scale your business. I've heard someone say that scaling is just systems on autopilot, or it's just duplication on autopilot. You will never be able to scale your business if you don't have a consistent, predictable follow-up process when these leads come in. So the second mistake that people make is that they don't have a follow-up process. All right. Going on to the third one is people assume the lead hasn't done homework. They assume lead hasn't done homework. What do I mean by that? Well, I like to teach the 57% rule. The 57% rule states that by the time you talk to the lead, they're already 57% through the buying process. If you look at any old sales book, old sales training, there's a certain process that they do in their presentation when they're trying to make a sale. Well, back in the day, the customer didn't get any information until you were talking to them, and then you gave them all the information, which is why you have to cover everything in your sales process. That's no longer the case nowadays. Now, just think about the last time you bought something, right? Did you walk into a store and just have some sales rep go over and give you all the technical blah, 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 all this stuff about the products? If you want to buy that laptop, no. Chances are you went online and you did a Google search or an Amazon search. You read reviews. You looked at videos. You've done all this research beforehand. So by the time you actually go in to buy the product, you're already 57% into the buying process. It's the same with your leads. By the time you start to talk to them, just know, chances are they probably already looked you up. They've probably already talked to some of your competitors. They've already price shopped. They already have an idea, and they're 57% through the buying process. So don't assume that you have an uneducated lead when you talk to them. Here's number 4. The fourth mistake people make is they don't give the lead the info that they request. They don't give the information that they request. This is huge. I'm telling you, like salespeople, marketers seem like some of the sleaziest people nowadays because they're always trying to hold on to all the information they have. Like, I can't give them the price if they ask the price. I gotta figure out a way around it. Or I can't tell. If they ask for the information, give them the information. If they request the information, just give it to them and have a process that allows you to keep control and still be able to convert the sale, even if you give them that information. Typically speaking, when it comes to price, if they want to know the price, if you have to give the price up front, it's fine. You can build more trust that way. Just have follow-up questions that you can ask to keep the conversation going so you can still build the value and make the sale, right? Sometimes they're already 57% through. You might even have a competitor that already sold them. They might even try to charge more than you, but they did something to screw it up. So now they're looking for somebody that's not a screw up like them. So they come to you and say, hey, so what's your price? Yeah, it's going to be $3,000 a month. Awesome. That's exactly what I had in mind. How do we get started? And it can be as simple as that. That's why I've literally been able to close high ticket deals in 12 minutes, $6,000 deals in 12 minutes. It's not that hard, guys, but you have to give them the information they request and realize that they've probably already done their homework and they're already 57% through the buying process before you even talk to them. All right. So moving on from that, don't make this next mistake based off what I just said. And don't forget, you still need to sell them. Still need to sell. If you didn't need to sell them, they would have bought already. They're not sold quite yet. Until they've exchanged money, they haven't been sold. So whatever it is, you need to figure out, all right, 57% rule, they're 57% through the way, but that's not 100%. So don't think you don't have any selling to do. All right, have you seen enough information to make a decision? All right, cool. What other concerns can I handle for you? What other questions do you have for me? You need to ask these questions also. And you still need to sell and create the rest of the value. So the first 5 mistakes: slow response time. Second one, you don't have a follow-up process. The third mistake you make is assuming that the lead hasn't done their homework. Fourth mistake is you don't give them the information that they requested. Fifth mistake is you forget that you still need to sell that lead. You can't think that just because someone reached out to you online that they're already 100% ready to buy. You still need to sell. So let's go on to the next 5. Number 6 is this one is, oh my goodness, you'll love this one. Assuming the lead is the decision maker. You can't just assume the lead is the decision maker. Just because they reached out to you online doesn't mean they're the decision maker. Just because they responded to your ad doesn't mean they're the decision maker. Just because they hopped on a call with you doesn't mean that they are, in fact, the decision maker. You need to qualify. You need to ask, other than yourself, who else would you like to see this? Other than yourself, who influenced the decisions? Other than yourself, who else's opinion would you like to get on the matter? Before we could proceed with anything, who else would you like to see this? Figure out if there's any other decisions. Who else influences the decisions for the company? Who else influences the decisions for a product like this? You need to ask those questions. They may be the decision maker, they may not. You can't automatically assume that they are the decision maker just because they are the lead that came in. They're the ones that booked the appointment or whatever. You can't make that assumption. Here's another mistake almost everyone makes. You rely on one form of communication. All we do is call people. All we do is text people. All we do is Facebook DMs. All we do is Instagram DMs. All we do is LinkedIn, whatever. Guys, you need to be omnipresent. You need to use every channel. Omni-channel word. You need to figure out how to use all the channels. I had one of my mentees reach out to me. He said, hey, the guy stopped responding to my text message. Well, have you tried calling him? Have you tried sending him a Facebook DM? Did you drop him a voice note DM? Did you try hitting him on Instagram? Are they on TikTok? You need to find multiple places, multiple ways you can communicate with them. Have you sent them an email? You need to figure out. There's literally customers that will do 6 figures worth of business per year, only do text messages. My friend Michelle had a client like that. They got $125,000 worth of business every single year. Won't respond to an email, won't respond to a phone call, but he'll text you back. And he'll do a lot of business over text message. So you can't rely on just one channel. You have to figure out how to communicate with the lead in the way that's best for them. And if you don't hear from them on one channel, hit them on another one. Make sure you get in front of them. All right. Here's the next thing. Some of you might try to do that, but you quit too soon. Y'all, it's going to take that person 8 to 12 times seeing you before they're ready to make a move. So you need to figure out how to stay in front of them, and you need to keep getting in front of them again and again and again. If you get a lead and you give up on that lead in the same week or the next week, I know you're quitting too soon. You need to put in that effort. How much is that lead going to be worth? What you charge? $3,000 a month? That's $36,000 a year. For $36,000, you won't send 12 to 15 messages? You won't make 12 to 15 phone calls? Guys, in total, reaching out to that lead before they convert is probably going to be less than 2 hours worth of effort. Probably less than one in the grand scheme of things. For $36,000? Are you kidding me? Come on, guys, don't quit too soon. Put in the work, put in the effort, know why you're trying to accomplish, know what you're trying to accomplish, and why you're reaching out, is what I mean to say. But here's the number 9. Sometimes the lead is on the wrong product. Now, if you're selling physical products, this is typically the case. The 57% rule, they've done all this research, and the thing they're wanting isn't actually the thing that's going to solve their problem. So that could be one. Here's the other thing. Sometimes they've done their homework. You might be a Facebook ad agency. They need Facebook ads, but they don't want to invest a bunch of money into Facebook ads. You need to package your offer differently so that way your product, your service is different, right? We don't do Facebook ads. We help people get a result using our sales conversion authority method. A little bit different than Facebook ads, even though it's Facebook ads. It's partly Facebook ads. Facebook ads and funnels and follow-up systems. It's a little bit more in depth. But just give your system a name and an offer and package it in a way that solves their problems. So that way now you're no longer a commodity. This agency does Facebook ads. This agency does Facebook ads. This agency does Facebook ads. This agency has a whole system that gets them the result they want. Let this one be you. Let you be the one with that system. So sometimes that could be they want Facebook ads, but what they really need is SEO. It could be they want social media management, but they really need Facebook ads. It could be they want Facebook ads, but they really need Google ads. So don't just assume that they're on the right product. Maybe they just need shout outs. Maybe they just need to be on a podcast. You need to figure out, don't just assume because the lead reached out to you that they understand everything they need clearly. Because a huge percentage of the time, they're on the wrong product. They're looking for the wrong service. That's why you need to be there to point them in the right direction. And here's the last mistake people make with online leads is we talked about the lead doing their homework, but you ain't did yours. Most people don't do any research. You have to do your research on the lead. Look up any information you can before you talk to them. Look up any information that you can before you go on a call. Look up any information you can to qualify them and do your homework so that way you're fully prepared when you finally talk to the lead so that way you can be confident in converting that lead. So guys, those are the 10 mistakes. Slow response time, You don't have a follow-up process. Assuming the lead didn't do their homework. Not giving them the information that they requested. Forgetting that you still need to sell the lead. Assuming the lead is the decision maker, or only relying on one form of information to communicate with them, quitting too soon, leads on the wrong product, or you just didn't do your research. Those are the 10 mistakes. If you guys found this video helpful, I would appreciate it if you hit that like button for me. Share this with someone who you think could use it. Drop a comment for me. Let me know the value you got, any specific nuggets you got, any topics you want to see. But guys, see y'all in the next episode. Peace.